Sigismund Shlomo Freud, or known as Sigmund Freud, was born in Freiburg, Moravia on May 6, 1856. Freud was an Australian neurologist who helps to understand why life is full of confusion and pain and why life is hard and how to cope up with it. Psychoanalysis is a clinical method for treating psychopathology through dialogue between a patient and a psychoanalyst. But even after this success, he was still full of anxieties in his life, like to what age he might die. And even after with this thinking, he died much later at the age of 83. Because of that frustration and too much sadness, he was driven to a principle called pleasure principle, which is the instinctive seeking of pleasure and avoiding of pain to satisfy biological and psychological needs. In spite of this, Freud believed that we still need to adjust on what he called reality principle, which is the ability of our mind to assess the reality of the external world and to act upon it accordingly. Together with this reality, he described that there are three parts of our personality, which are the ID, driven by the pleasure principle, and it's all about getting our every need and wish met; the superego, driven by the desire to follow the rules and what we know is the right thing according to society; and the ego, which is based on reality principle. Next is Freud's stages of psychosexual development. First is the oral phase. It takes place as we become focused on oral pleasures such as sucking, and difficulties this stage could lead to an oral personality that is centered around smoking, drinking, and biting of nails. Anal phase. Its focus of pleasure here is on eliminating retaining phases and learning to control this due to social norms. Phallic phase. During this stage, boys develop an unconscious sexual desire for their mothers. Latent phase. Sexual urges remain largely repressed. And lastly, genital phase, which leads to individuals switching their interests to the opposite sex.
Even his 1930 book Civilization and its contents, Freud defined terms of ceaseless conflict between the individual's quest for freedom and society's demand for conformity.
It insists that we only sleep with only few or with one person, imposing the incest rate requiring us to put all our immediate desires, demanding that we follow authority, work and money, and that society itself is neurotic. That's why there are wars that put many people in danger. He tried to put a treatment using his theory psychoanalysis.
He described himself as an obsessional neurotic, for though the father of modern psychology told us so much about our inner lives, he was touchingly vulnerable himself. For indeed, Sigmund Freud's theories are still beneficial even up to this present time.